What's that?
And that was without even a single drop of rum.
This, my friend, is a pirate. Why don't you just blow up the storm over the drink with it? It comes in paints? I can get you one. You've had a whole half already!
Good night and party on!
Party on, Wayne!
Party on, Garth.
All right, what's up, everybody? And welcome to another edition of After Work Beers. And so, of course, before we get started, I feel like I've been having this same beer for the last couple of weeks, but when I hit the liquor store right by my work and they have it on the shelf, it's just really good. Collaboration with the Deftones, one of my favorite bands here with the local brewery. And of course, also, it wouldn't be a Creative Blue Collar Guy live stream if it wasn't for technical difficulties, all the way from trying to get my earbuds to cooperate with my computer to trying to send articles from my phone that I find throughout the day when I'm supposed to be working over to my computer so I don't have to sit here and search for everything manually. It's interesting. I can work in a machine shop. I can run machines, make stuff out of metal, but when I come home and I try to use a computer, it's just chaos. It's always chaos. It's always something. But cheers to you good folks for being here. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully for most, if not all of you that are watching, you are also halfway through the week and do not have to work weekends. So, as I usually do on Wednesdays, well, I didn't have a stream this Monday because it was Labor Day. And I usually take the day off when it's any sort of holiday weekend or anything. Normally what I do is any sort of overflow, leftover topics from Monday. We hang out on Wednesday and keep it a little more mellow. Hopefully people are in the chat that want to just hang out and interact. And I just go and, oh, here, I found this interesting thing today. Let me pull this up and let's talk about this. Or here, what about this thing? And sometimes interesting stories pop up day of. Sometimes they're a couple days old, as with my usual Monday segment, late to the party news. But yeah, anyways, so we've got a few people watching on Twitter, one on YouTube. Any of you that are over there watching on Twitter, if you would consider clicking over onto that YouTube link and hitting that subscribe button, that is always appreciated. Every little bit helps, as well as liking the video, interacting in the chat, sharing it out there for others to see. But let's go ahead and get into, I think this is one of the more trending topics right now. This one I can go ahead and just search because I haven't really pulled up an article. Like I said, no format, no script, very much hangout, chill stream. So the Minecraft movie, which I had no idea was even in production. I don't understand why they feel like this needed to be made. Video game movies can be difficult enough as it is, let alone something like this, where you are make it all animated. I don't think this is something that needed to be made live action. I have not watched the trailer. I don't have any skin in the game in this. Obviously, like I'm way past the target age range for the game, but I've known people that their kids were super into it and stuff. But let's see if I can find an article or something that maybe has the trailer in it somewhere. Let's try the Daily Dot. Hey, Blair. What's going on, brother? Cheers. So let's see. Go ahead and pull this up here. I'm on. I think, as I already stated in the beginning, technical difficulties are pretty much a standard thing for my stream, so I apologize ahead of time if my computer's being a little laggy, running slow. I have no idea what's going on today. It's just one of those days, or maybe because it's hot outside, my internet doesn't want to work. I don't know. It's frustrating. You pay for something and you don't get the speeds that you're paying for, even though you're using the equipment from the provider. All right. So there is our first look image at the Minecraft movie, which just dropped its trailer. And the internet has opinions. Again, as I said, I am obviously well outside of the target age range for this, but I mean, obviously I know what it is. Like I said, I know people whose kids are super into it. This already just looks strange. Like this looks like it has to be a joke. I know you haven't even gotten to the trailer yet, which we're gonna go ahead and watch. I don't know what's going on with Jason Momoa's hair, with like the bangs and I don't know, but to take something that, to my understanding, everything in there is very square and blocky, including the characters, but we're going to put real human beings, live action characters, in front of a green screen in the world of Minecraft. I don't understand it. I don't get it. My understanding is that Jack Black is in this as well, and I feel like he's not really had a great track record lately, as what was the one that he was also just in that totally bombed? Borderlands, I think it was. Son plays this a lot. He said they should have just done an animated version and not live action. So far, that is the consensus that I've read from people who do have kids that play this. They're saying, like, the kids are just like, no, like, why is this not just entirely animated? This is stupid. Did you know there was going to be a Minecraft movie? I did not. If you didn't, you should have at least figured it would happen. The immensely popular video game has been keeping aspiring builders busy since 2011. Minecraft movie drops its first trailer. This week, Warner Brothers released the first trailer for the inevitable Minecraft movie titled A Minecraft Movie. How original. The trailer gives a look at stars Jack Black, Jason Momoa, Danielle Brooks, and Emma Myers, all set to a nightmarishly remixed version of the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. You've got to watch this trailer. Oh boy, there it is. So that, I mean, okay, that looks very like CGI and kind of blocky, squarish, like it's supposed to. But why did they put humans? Why did they put people in this also? Let's buckle up for this one. The film features live-action actors in a largely digital Minecraftian backdrop in what looks like a combo of the Lego Movie and the recent Jumanji films. The translation of the blocky Minecraft game graphics to the silver screen are about what you'd expect, if a bit clumsy. Oh, there we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. What is going on here? What is going on here? What's with this? Why? This is so unnecessary. It's just like, oh boy, this is already bad. What the
hell?
Hold on. Oh, that's even more nightmare fuel. We need to back it up. What is that? Like a square wall-eyed sheep? What the hell is happening right now?
What the hell?
Oh, nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel. What? We are 26 seconds in, and this looks like a drunk toddler was punching algorithms into an AI thing to be like, here, make a Minecraft movie with AI.
anything you can dream about here, you can make.
So it said, let your imagination run wild. It's like, you need to let your imagination run wild to see how they could have made a better movie, but instead this is what you're getting. Of course, Jack Black is in it.
I am Steve. Okay.
This guy is such a tool bag.
Wow. I can't unsee that. And now because I had to see it, anyone who's watching right now had to see it. You're welcome. That's bad. That is really bad. I mean, did Jason Momoa feel like the Aquaman movies weren't bad enough that he's just like, you know what, let me just completely tank my whole career right now? That was something else. And of course, you know, Jack Black, like I said, he's become kind of another one of those guys that, because he says and does all the right things and says and does and supports all the right causes and all the right people and whatever stuff, that they just keep throwing movies at him. And I was a big fan of Jack Black for a long time. And I'm not even talking about just his recent political stuff. I mean, whatever, people are entitled to their thing. It gets a little bit annoying when they get really loud about it, but you know, I'm not going to immediately be like, I don't like that person because I disagree with him. But he's just been making turd after turd lately. And then obviously there's the whole Tenacious D thing where he, you know, completely threw Kyle Gass under the bus, even though I'm sure he agreed with what Kyle said. They only apologized because they got backlash. He canceled the tours, put the band on hiatus, the whole thing. It's like he's trying to save his career by making really crappy movies. I just said there was that other movie, I think it's already come out recently, Borderlands. Jack Black's not really winning any awards anymore. He used to be really funny. I loved him in movies like High Fidelity. I even really did enjoy Tenacious D. I liked their movie. I liked your first two albums, stuff like they were funny. He was really funny, but it gets to that point where you can't disconnect the person from some of the dumb crap that they say on the internet anymore. So it gets really hard to continue to watch or support certain people. So there was that. That was like the big new thing that came up today. Let's see. I feel like I keep harping on this topic, but we're not really going to know anything until tomorrow. There's still some uncertainty around what's going on with Linkin Park. So let me pull this one up first and then see if my computer will cooperate this time. There we go. I was fighting with this as my countdown was running, trying to pull up some articles, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, stuff isn't going to communicate today. I think I got it working now. Always the technical difficulties. Wow. Anyways, so I'm sorry you guys all had to watch that, but here we are. Cheers. All right, so if you've been keeping up with Linkin Park at all, and if you've been watching any of my recent live streams, I've been talking about how last weekend, not this past Labor Day weekend, but the weekend before, the end of August, Linkin Park posted a mysterious countdown on their website and social media, counting down from 100 hours. And when it reached the end of the 100-hour mark, it glitched out for about 10 seconds and then started counting back up. We're like, okay, well, now if it's counting up, we don't know what's going on. People were speculating. Sum 41 had put up a post the same day that Linkin Park put up their countdown that there was some announcement coming with their singer, Derek Whibley. He came out and automatically, right away, dispelled that rumor. He's not joining the band. It had nothing to do with the two were not mutually exclusive. Then, of course, Oasis announced their thing, and so lots of big stuff was coming all in the same week. And I wonder partially if Linkin Park meant to troll their fans the way that they have been, being so cryptic, or if they actually did, in fact, move their announcement because of the Oasis reunion, which I did see something. Maybe I didn't pull that article up. The Oasis reunion is already seeing problems, which who saw that coming? But here's what happened when Linkin Park's second 100-hour timer ended. So let's go ahead and continue on here. See if I can. This, there we go. Better, getting there. There we go. Now if I can just get rid of this thing. Nope, I think that's just there. All right. Last week, Linkin Park were up to even more YouTube antics kicking off. Following the kicking off of the Mammoth video countdown in August, they then sent the internet into meltdown last week by resetting said countdown once it hit 0 and going back upwards. Since then, of course, the band, Mike Shinoda, Brad Delson, Dave Farrell, Joe Hahn, and Rob Borden have confirmed that a proper announcement and Los Angeles fan event is happening Thursday, September 5th. So we still don't know what's going on, but we're going to get some more information tomorrow, finally. The fans are still keeping watch over everything naturally, and right before the second 100-hour count up finished recently, a blurry blue and purple image appeared with 1 minute to spare. Then, according to Reddit, a brief audio snippet was played. So here is, I haven't seen that. We'll come back to that in a second. Audio played at the end of the 100-hour count up. Okay. Somebody got a screen grab of that. Linkin Park's timer just ended at 100 hours with 1 minute left. This mysterious image on the right appeared. It looks like it could be Mike Shinoda. The band appears to be live streaming the event Thursday, September 5th. So down here, post death by disappear. That was good. Is unstable if you're plugging in your RAM. So together. My internet is not being very cooperative today for some reason. I did a speed test right before starting the stream. I got much better speeds having my laptop plugged into the router, but apparently it still doesn't like that, as it's showing I have an unstable connection. Yay, this is fun. Oh, there it goes again. What? Okay, on my screen, I'm seeing that I keep like randomly disappearing. I don't know. The grand countdown may be over, but the original 0 YouTube video is still up. It's confirmed that it'll go live once more on September 5th at 11 p.m. BST, which is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, presumably for a live stream of this mysterious LA event. We can probably speak for every rock and metal fan ever when we say, hurry up Thursday. And now that's broken because my internet does not like me right now. But let's see if we can get this thing to play. Hopefully you guys can still see me and hear me. Technical difficulties. Thanks for sticking in there with me, guys. Also, a thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. I'm probably going to have to cut it off at about the 45-minute mark, as I do have some other business that I need to attend to around 4 o'clock, but I need to obviously be ready before 4 o'clock. So let's see what this is. Okay, so that's just the image. Down here, the screen grab, it looks like it has audio. Come on. Okay, so I'm being told in the chat I have frozen screen. So I'm going to try to get in the chat here and see what's going on. saw my screen disappear in StreamYard once or twice, but on my end, looks like it's still going. Let's see. Yep. Wait. All right, so we'll see. My unstable connection notification has gone away, so hopefully maybe the problem has been solved. Not really sure. Connected to Wi-Fi. All right, I guess we'll wait and kind of see what happens, because and now my earbud just disconnected. But can you hear me? Because on my StreamYard here, it looks like everything's working. But yeah, I guess my internet is having a bad day. My luck, there's like probably an outage coming any minute in my neighborhood. Let's see if I can get my earbud to reconnect. Huh. Says it's connected. Okay, I can hear. You guys hear that? So nothing much, just sort of a fade-in audio of sorts. Let's try this again. Can you at least hear me? That's the more important thing. Can you hear me? Oh, I think I forgot to click the share screen audio. Okay. We're slowly getting back on track here. As I swear, I did just because I could already tell trying to get things ready, I could tell I was having internet issues. So I did a internet speed test on my laptop and was not getting anywhere near what I'm supposed to be getting just on my Wi-Fi, which in previous weeks I was getting more than enough on my Wi-Fi, actually more so than when I was plugged in. It's really weird. I don't even understand how this works sometimes. It was really slow, so I plugged my laptop in. It's plugged right into my router, hardwired in, and I don't understand why. I just, sometimes it's just the way it is. So again, in case you guys missed it, I was saying a few minutes ago that I'm going to have to cut this one off at about the 45-minute mark today, as I do have some other personal business to attend to after the stream. But because I didn't do one on Monday for Labor Day, I still want to just kind of come in, hang out for a little bit, cover a couple of topics. But let's see if I got the audio going now. So not really much there, just kind of like a slow fade in of, whatever. They could be teasing a new song. They could be doing anything. Who knows what they're up to? But it's just, we'll see what it is. All right, Blair. Well, thanks for popping in, buddy, and thanks for the feedback, because I probably would have been sitting here with a frozen screen and no audio if you weren't here to point it out for me. But again, always good to see you, brother. Enjoy your meal with your family, and I'll probably see you on Monday with the guys. So that is what happened when the countdown reached 100, counting back up. So far, all we've got now is that something is coming tomorrow, and they're really waiting until tomorrow to announce exactly what it is. Let's see if I can pull this guy up here. This is another one. Linkin Park posts cryptic teaser in anticipation for September 5th live event. Come on, work with me, computer. Seems like everything wants to be really slow today. Maybe it's a sign that I just shouldn't have tried to do a live stream. I don't know. We'll see if the issues continue on. Nope, I'm not getting rid of that advertisement. Okay. Linkin Park posts cryptic teaser in anticipation for September 5th live event. Let's get rid of that one. Since last week's countdown spoof, Linkin Park has fans waiting on edge for their live event slated for Thursday, September 5th. The band has been teasing something big ever since they posted a mysterious 100-hour countdown last week, and fans are speculating it could be Linkin Park reuniting with a new singer. that is the popular theory. Obviously, nothing is official. Mike Shinoda has always been very adamant about they keep everything really close to the chest, and when they're ready to announce it, they will announce it. But any rumors, anything that you hear that's leaked is more than likely false. Somebody trying to get attention, somebody trying to act like they have an in. But not to mention, each member of Linkin Park shared last week's teaser on social media, so whatever the band is planning, all former members seem to be on board. That's not really fair to call them former members. Like, I understand they went on hiatus when Chester passed, but they haven't really said exactly what they're going to do. They said they might find a new vocalist and continue on. They might not. They just said time will tell. Lots of bands have chosen to replace singers when they unfortunately, tragically, and much too early pass on. I think they once referenced AC/DC when they lost Bon Scott. They chose to get Brian Johnson and move forward. Nirvana obviously did not. They chose because Kurt was kind of the primary songwriter of the band, and they chose. They felt that it was not appropriate to continue on, or maybe just they didn't want to. I was just going to say, Alice in Chains is one that, while it did take a while, they eventually decided that they thought it was appropriate. They wanted to continue on without Lane Staley. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's their band. They can do what they want, and fans can either choose to accept it or not. Whatever. But to say it here, it's the former members. Like, well, they haven't really said that they're completely broken up yet. They've just said that they're on hiatus and they don't really know what's going on. I digress, which further adds to reunion speculations. That being said, after the band's 100-hour countdown, Linkin Park Underground members were emailed an invitation to an exclusive live event that's said to be taking place between 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's interesting. The article I just read was saying 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. But anyways, this was the first indication that Linkin Park had actual concrete plans for an announcement this week. And since then, the band has confirmed a live event on their YouTube channel set for 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. Okay, so there's a live event that will be essentially 5 hours long. And then they will go live on their YouTube channel at 3 p.m. California time on Thursday. All right. However, things have started to heat up even further as the band's second 100-hour clock, yes, they started a second 100-hour timer, has cryptically teased an image and some audio right as the clock ended, which we just watched. By the looks and sound of it, it'd be a safe bet to assume the band is releasing new music Thursday, possibly a brand new single. The fade-in of the audio sounds faintly connected to music, and these types of fade-in teasers are commonly used by hard rock and metal bands these days. While a new Linkin Park single is certainly a fair bet for Thursday's reveal, it's hard to say whether or not the band will be announcing a new vocalist or not. Oh, too far. Computer's just acting really laggy today. It's not a good day for... It's either my computer or my internet. I don't know what's going on. Thanks for hanging in here with me, guys. Again, if you are watching over on Twitter, looks like we got a handful of you over there. If you want to hop on over to YouTube, consider hitting that subscribe button, liking this video, sharing it out there for others to see. Every little bit really does help the channel. I apologize again for all the technical difficulties. I would say this is not normal, but it kind of is. Maybe living in an apartment, internet connection is not the greatest sometimes, depending on time of day, how many people are trying to stream something on Netflix. I don't know. But interestingly, fans of the Linkin Park subreddit have reposted a recent interview of Linkin Park's Mike Shinoda. So I got ahead of myself. This is what I was just talking about, where he's discussing the idea of the band's future and what path would be best for the band. Shinoda references bands like AC/DC and Nirvana, who both lost their lead vocalists, but each band took different paths as a result. AC/DC recruited Brian Johnson and ventured into greater success. Nirvana split up. Drummer Dave Grohl went on to start the Foo Fighters. Everybody's got a different path. The entire point of Shinoda mentioning this seems to be that he's not entirely sure what the best path for Linkin Park is moving forward. However, in light of this recent news, rumors, and teasers, it definitely seems like Shinoda and the rest of the band have since chosen a path. Whether or not this path involves a new singer remains to be seen, but it more than likely involves a future for Linkin Park at least. So what do you guys think about that? They've definitely done some stuff over the last few years where they've taken their earlier albums and kind of remastered the audio, done re-release with maybe some previously unreleased demos, unreleased songs that maybe got cut from the final cut of the albums, and they still wanted to put them out. Do you think they're just maybe going to do another re-release? You think they're going to do another box set? Do you think a new singer is coming? Because this one in particular feels like there has been quite the build-up, quite the hype around this one, more so than any of the other stuff that they've done. So I feel like in this particular instance, it would definitely make sense that something really big is coming, but we still will not know for about another 24 hours, or I should say 23 and a half hours. Nobody knows except the guys that are in Linkin Park. So let's see what other fun stuff I found today. Yeah, some Trans-Siberian Orchestra released some tour dates. Tool announced a couple of tour dates, but they're in another country, so that's a whole other thing. Let's see here. What do we want to talk about? This is kind of a fun one, a little more outside of the music realm. But if we have any fans of the Dexter series out there, you can now purchase the condo next door to what was depicted as Dexter's condo, at least the exterior, during the series run. The apartment next door to Dexter's iconic Miami condo is up for sale. See interior photos. Imagine being a Dexter fan and owning the apartment. Did it say apartment or condo? Apartment. Wait. Apartment for sale. I automatically assumed it's a condo because you can't really buy an apartment unless you buy the whole building. I don't know. But the apartment next door to Dexter's iconic Miami condo is up for sale. And this is actually kind of interesting because, as we know, our phones are always listening. Because this is on Netflix right now, I've just recently been going through and revisiting this series. So I've only made it to about season 3 so far, but I'm sure this news is coming up because it hears that I'm watching Dexter. They're always listening, man. They're always listening. The apartment next door to Dexter's iconic condo, now it says condo, is on the market. It's a 750 square foot unit located in the Bay Harbor Club of Miami Beach, Florida. It's part of a building constructed in 1956. Property is listed for $369,900. It is a 2-bed, 2-bathroom co-op condo, bayfront on Bay Harbor Island. You cannot even get a 1-bedroom condo where I live for that much money, let alone right there on the water. You win this one, Florida. Fun fact for those who might not know, the first episode of the original Dexter series was filmed entirely in Miami back in 2005. The interior of Dexter's apartment was inspired by this very building, while the show later recreated the apartment set at Sunset Gower Studios in Los Angeles and made it almost identical to the original. That's Dexter's apartment, because when we look at the pictures of the one next door that is currently for sale, it looks nothing like his apartment from the show. So whatever they built identical to this, obviously 2 units are very different. Another interesting tidbit, in the first episode of the 6th season, we learned that Dexter purchased the apartment next door to accommodate more space for his son Harrison and his nanny Jamie. So technically, this apartment that's now for sale can be considered Dexter's apartment too, even though its interior differs from what fans might recognize. But yeah, right there, that view, you're on the water, 2-bed, 2-bath. Yeah, less than $400,000. You cannot get that where I live. That's insane. Here's what the exterior, including the balcony, looks like today. Guardrails have been replaced with safer ones. And the columns have been painted a teal color. Here's the interior images. So right there, that looks, correct as to the show where it had the window slats that rotate it. But I'm looking at this going like, if you don't have a screen on that thing, you open those up, you're basically just opening your place up to all sorts of mosquitoes and bugs and whatever want to get into your place. There's got to be a screen on there or something. But then as soon as the camera turns a little bit, you can see this is a very different layout, because in Dexter's apartment in the show, he kind of had his desk over here to the, once you come inside and turn around, to the left of the door, and then over here to the right of the door was the kitchen. So they say in the show it was built to look like the one that he was in. So obviously this one's just a different layout. Maybe his is supposed to just be a one bedroom, I suppose. Then it flips around and you can see, oh, the bedroom's right there. That's kind of small, actually. Okay, I see. So there's one bedroom, kitchen over here, sort of a dining area, kitchen, and then the windows on the other side look out to the other side of the property. Bedroom, kitchen. So there you go. You could, oh, and a nice looking pool. You could be Dexter's pretend neighbor for just under $400,000. And I just realized I went through that whole thing without sharing the screen at all, because I'm smart. Oh man. All right, I'm going to back it up a little bit here, just quickly scan through here. So we got apartment. Man, this is quite the live stream. But you know, when you take Monday off for a holiday and you just feel like you still got to get your face out there. Hopefully people want to hop on and hang out, but that's why it's a chill stream. We're just hanging out. Oh boy, so many issues today. I apologize, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there. It's like we still got a handful of people watching on Twitter. If you guys are watching on Twitter, let me know you're live in the chat, and you know the Twitter chat works. So here, now that I've finally shared my screen, you can see there's the ocean front. Here's the interior, living room, dining area. And as soon as we get down here, like right here, this is all sort of like, okay, you know, living room, dining, whatever, and then bam, right there, first bedroom. It says it's a 2-bedroom, so I'm kind of curious, like, where's the other bedroom? But there's one. And you have kind of a narrow kitchen over here, looking out to the other side. So you got those same windows on both sides. Another bedroom, kind of a small kitchen, but yeah, you know. And then you got a pool at oceanfront property. Or, well, I guess maybe more like the bay. So Harbor Bay. So there you go. Now that you can actually see the pictures, you could be Dexter's pretend neighbor for $369,900 for a 2-bed, 2-bath condo in the Bay Harbor. Don't worry, the Bay Harbor Butcher is no more. And another story that I've definitely been harping on, as I'm probably going to, like I said, I'm going to cut this one short. So we're going to be out of here in just a couple minutes, but still wanted to come on and hang out for a little bit. The continuing drama of the Snow White movie. The trailer has reached an unfortunate milestone. I don't know if I would necessarily say it's unfortunate, because it's very much deserved. But let's dig into this one a little bit. Disney revealed the first look at the trailer of Snow White at D23 on August 9th, 2024. Snow White is a remake of the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You are using that term very loosely. The very first animated film by the Walt Disney Company will star Rachel Zegler from West Side Story as the princess, with Gal Gadot from Wonder Woman stepping into the role of the Evil Queen. The film was originally set for March of 2024. Obviously, we know that has not happened, but was delayed by a whole year and will now open in theaters in March 2025. While it has been over 3 weeks since the trailer dropped, Snow White's trailer has now received over 1 million dislikes on YouTube. We watched the trailer live on my channel a couple weeks ago. I think it was a Wednesday. I think it was an After Work Beers. And all the other stuff that everyone's upset about aside, the fact that they're completely changing the story, the fact that there's no Prince Charming, the fact that they, like, you know, race swapped a character that was called Snow White because her skin was, quote, white as snow. All of that aside, you know, whatever. All right, I'll watch the trailer, see how it looks. The trailer looked so bad. bad CGI, bad, like, it's everything's in front of a green screen. The dwarves look like absolute nightmare fuel. It does not look like the quality that Walt Disney used to require of his animated films, of other stuff that he did. Like, he required the utmost of quality, and that is why Disney became what it became, because they became the standard. Disney became like what other animation studios and other movie studios sought to live up to. And even just the look of this trailer, like, I could have turned the audio off, I could have forgotten everything I knew about all the stupid things that the lead actress has been saying about the movie and trashing the movie and everything, but like, just visually, it was like, this looks like hot garbage. So the trailer has reached 1 million dislikes on YouTube. It does have 82,000 likes, which is worth mentioning, but despite the 1 million dislikes not being visible to the public, they can be viewed through browser extensions. So, is there more to these downvotes than meets the eye? Like, even this image, the animals are CGI, the background is CGI, that wig looks like, you guys remember the old Duracell commercials from the 90s where it was like the plastic family that had like the big batteries plugged into their back, and like, that's what that hair looks like. It looks like it doesn't move. It looks plastic. Like, who approved all of this? Snow White has been riddled with controversy since it was announced, some legitimate and others not. Actor Peter Dinklage criticized the decision to remake the film as it fell on the old stereotype of using dwarves as magical creatures. And now there are 7 people out there who don't have a job because you're an angry little elf. I think my screen is freezing up again. I can see it glitching. Let me try this. This is probably going to be a mistake. All right, now we're on Wi-Fi. Doesn't look like it's any better. We'll see how it goes. It's a good thing this is going to be a short one, because wow, this is not good. All right. Disney's attempts to head off any controversy by saying the characters will be reimagined as new magical creatures, only to feature CGI dwarf characters, has been highly criticized. So, by them just using CGI to create dwarves instead, oh man, I can already tell this thing's glitching out hard. This is bad. Yep, here we go. I think we got, all right, we're not frozen anymore, hopefully. I don't know, I can't tell. I lost my one person in the chat that was telling me if I was frozen or not. So Peter Dinklage criticized the decision to push the stereotype that dwarves are small magical creatures. So they are still using dwarves as magical creatures, but now they are made out of CGI rather than hiring 7 actors that could have had a job. Many have pointed out that they took away roles of actors with dwarfism, a group of actors who already have a limited amount of work in Hollywood. Meanwhile, the visual effects for the movie have been highly criticized, with the dwarfs, all based on their 1937 counterparts, having an uncanny valley quality about them. I'm not entirely sure what that means. However, it's important not to ignore that another part of the hate for Snow White comes from a campaign against the movie. Some have accused the movie of being woke by casting Rachel Zegler, and this led to many out of context stories being spread online about the actress. While some people are likely to dislike Snow White for fair reasons, others will only dislike it because they have a vendetta against her. She is pretty insufferable. She's pretty unlikable, honestly. Kind of looks like my screen's not frozen anymore, so it just got to go on Wi-Fi for some reason. I don't know why. I thought plugging my laptop into my router would be better, but I suppose not. The amount of dislikes the trailer has also might not be entirely reflective of the real world. The system can easily be manipulated by review bombers, as seen with the Acolyte. Oh, don't even get me started on that. That was legitimately terrible. Bad story, bad it didn't even look like Star Wars. It didn't even resemble Star Wars. Little Mermaid. I don't know. Okay, so now it's going to get into the thing where they're just saying, "Oh, people are review bombing," or whatever. This just looks bad. I thought this article mentioned the wig. Maybe it didn't mention the wig, but look at the wig. Look at the wig. That looks terrible. It really looks terrible. So, anyways, that's I guess that's going to be just sort of the short stream today, because I've been glitching out and freezing throughout most of it. I have something very pressing that I need to go and take care of immediately after this. So, like I said, we're going to cut it short, but I still wanted to hop on here, hang out for a little bit, because Labor Day, we took the Monday off. So for those of you that stuck through it, through all of my technical difficulties of my earbuds disconnecting and me not thinking to pull up the pictures as I'm talking about a particular article, my screen freezing and probably even cutting out entirely, I thank you so much for hanging out and sticking with me. But this will be the end of this very short stream today. So I am John, the creative blue collar guy, here today with After Work Beers. I will be back on Monday with Roman of the Empire, Blair to Blair, and hopefully Devin Salmon Outdoors for Late to the Party news. For now, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night and enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you on Monday. Cheers.